Okay. Yes, my name's Rotimi Fashakin. I'm the National Publicity Secretary for CPC. What is very important for us at this time is to understand that the Nigerian people have gone through many travails, and the least that any government, at whatever level, should try to do is to try to alleviate the travails of our people, and not to add to the travails, not to exacerbate it. When the federal government decides to toy with the idea of removing a so-called what's it now? Remove the thing on the fuel pricing, and that will further make Nigerians, bring more anguish to many homes. Already at 65 naira per litre, which people say that there is no subsidy anyway. Nigerians are going through a hellish, situation. Now, when you now say you are removing so-called subsidy, and bringing it to close to 145 and thereabout, it is only a government that did not derive its legitimacy, from the people, that will attempt to do that. I recall that General Muhammadu Buhari, even when he was a military head of state, since 1984 till date, he will remain the only Nigerian leader that did not attempt, that did not add a kobo to the fuel price, at that time. And he was also the one that did not increase the debt burden of Nigeria. He shunned all the prudence, of the Bretton Woods institutions. I'm talking about the World Bank, the IMF, and all these people. He shunned all their prudence to make life a lot more difficult for the people, by devaluing the naira, the currency, by increasing the pump price. But he rebuffed all of that. He didn't pander to all their prudence, because he had the love of the people at heart. Now we say we have a democracy. It is entrenched in chapter 2 of our constitution that the government derives its legitimacy from the people. Sovereignty belongs to the Nigerian people, and government is there for the welfare, and the security of the people. When a government that claims to derive its legitimacy from the people now goes ahead to implement anti-people policies, then we should check the legitimacy of that government. We should check whether the people actually voted for that government, because when a government is, hell-bent on doing things that will hurt the people, the petroleum, the PIB bill, is still to be implemented, to be passed into law. From all what we have from the grapevine is that bill will hurt the big oil giants, and it is the government probably prefers to hurt the Nigerian people, to hurting the big oil giants. So where does the allegiance really lie now? Is the allegiance of this government towards the Nigerian people or towards the big oil giants? Those are the questions that we as as nationals should now be asking. For us in CPC, we wholeheartedly condemn every attempt to increase the burden that Nigeria, are bearing already on account of the fecklessness, on account of the cluelessness of this government. It will be totally, out of place and very iniquitous for any form of addition to be put on this burden on the Nigerian people. If the government feels, maybe the federal government, and I learned that there are state governors that support the removal of the subsidy, the fuel subsidy. Well, for us, we are not perturbed at all, because we know that years ago, when at the incarnation, the first time Dr. Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala was Minister for Finance, he did alert the nation that they found out that at the time that the state allocations were released to them monthly, that at that time, for a few days, they will witness increased demand for foreign exchange, and what they later found out was that these governors were changing that their state allocation, changing them into foreign currency and cutting them away. So we know that the governors, many of them have been involved in stealing, direct stealing, looting of public funds. So when they say that they don't want more, they don't want subsidy, they want subsidy removal, of course what they are saying in effect is that they want more money to be available for stealing. It's because it is not really for the Nigerian people. The Nigerian people are saying no to fuel subsidy, to removal of fuel subsidy. Anything higher than you can only make the pump price to be lower than 65 naira per litre. Any attempt to make it to be higher than 65 naira per litre must be resisted by Nigerians. That is our position in CPC. CPC says that Nigeria must resist any attempt to increase the pump price above 65 naira per litre. Because look at a typical Nigerian family. The father is out of job. The mother has had her stores destroyed in the marketplace. The children, those of them that have graduated don't have job to do. Where do you want to drive the people to again? They have already driven the average Nigerian home to total impoverishment. They want to make them go below the poverty level, and this, we as a party, we cannot support. We wholeheartedly support any demonstration, any protest and protestation by the people. What Elie Wiesel, once said is that there may be times we may be powerless in fighting injustice or preventing injustice, but there must never be time we fail to protest. This is one time that we believe that Nigerians must never fail to protest. They must show their aversion to this, infernal, this despicable, this totally anti-people, policy. For us, we know that this is totally unsustainable. If the government the different tiers of government feel that they want to have a way to make more money, they should think of some ingenious ways of making money available to be able to carry out people-oriented projects. the areas that pertain to the welfare of the people, which should be the primary concern of any government, should not be tampered with. You know, I mean, it is sheer bunkum and total, idiocy for anybody to tell me that the money, the trillions of naira that will be saved from the subsidy will now be plowed into people-oriented projects. They can tell that to the Marines. You know, nobody will not listen to that. You know, because we know that the more money are available to governments, the more profligacy you allow, and the more purloining of the resources you also allow. You know, so let the government go and be more ingenious, you know, in their sourcing for funds. You know, we have very vast arable land all over the place. Nobody is thinking of going back to agriculture. They are just thinking of going to the federation account and sharing money, free money from oil. That is the time of that time is over. If you know you don't have the managerial capacity to govern a state or to govern the nation, what you can do is to resign. If you lack the capacity, you know you lack the capacity. As an individual, you have been elected and you know you lack the capacity. What you can do is to resign. At least Neville Chamberlain, the Prime Minister of Britain, did that in March 1940 when he realized that he did not have the capacity to take the Britons through the through the World War II. You know, I mean, he saw the way Adolf Hitler, you know, the German Chancellor, had hoodwinked him and surreptitiously, you know, taking over, run over Poland away from the agreement that he agreed with him. And he saw that, look, he had been made to look stupid. And he knew that somebody with a higher capacity, with a higher, you know, managerial capacity, with a higher mental capacity, somebody with greater understanding and appreciation of the problems, you know, was needed by Britain. What did he do? He resigned. So if our administrators, our governors, even presidents, when they realize that they don't have the capacity to govern this nation without, you know, adding to the burden of Nigerians, without touching the welfare of the people, they should resign. They should leave the scene and allow people who have the capacity to do it without disturbing the peace, the tranquility, the equilibrium in the nation state, without troubling it. Let them allow those people to come in and do it. That is what we believe. That is our submission. Thank you.